Halloween. The one night where the veil between the world of the living and the world of the dead grows thin, and spooky creatures emerge from the shadows. From haunted houses to dark forests, eerie animals lurk in our imaginations, ready to send a chill down our spine. But which animals truly rule Halloween? Welcome, ghouls and goblins, to a hauntingly fun installment of Gabe's Wild Planet. Join me as we count down the top 10 animals that make Halloween the scariest night of the year. And trust me, you may just discover that some of these creatures are more misunderstood than menacing. So grab your candy, dim the lights, and let's get started. Before we dive into this spooky countdown, let's take a quick look at the origins of Halloween. All Hallows Eve, or Halloween as we know it today, stems from the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. Celebrated on October 31st, Samhain marked the end of the harvest season and the start of winter. It was believed that on this night, the veil between the living and the dead was at its thinnest, and spirits could cross into the mortal world. As centuries passed, this pagan festival, mixed with Roman traditions and later Christian holidays, became the Halloween we know today. Ghosts, witches, and supernatural creatures became iconic symbols of the holiday. But it wasn't just the human imagination that was sparked. The animal kingdom has always played a starring role. And with that being said, let's dive into our countdown. Starting our countdown at number 10 are owls, the mysterious birds of the night. With their silent flight and piercing eyes, owls have long been linked to Halloween. In ancient folklore, owls were considered omens of death. And in medieval Europe, some believed that witches could transform into owls to spy on the living. Their hoots were often thought to be messages from the underworld. But the truth is, these nocturnal hunters are simply well adapted to life in the dark. Their eerie hoots are territorial calls, not whispers from beyond. And while they're often portrayed as harbingers of doom, owls are actually symbols of wisdom in many cultures. Like the Greeks, who associate them with Athena, the goddess of wisdom. Owls also play a vital role in ecosystems by controlling rodent populations. Their silent flight and piercing gaze might be intimidating, but these are actually some of nature's most beautiful and efficient hunters. At number 9, we have black cats, the classic companion of witches. Throughout history, these sleek felines have been feared and revered. In medieval Europe, black cats were thought to be witches' familiars, magical creatures that assist in their dark arts. Some believe that they could shapeshift or carry evil spirits. But in reality, black cats are just like any other cats, curious, independent, and occasionally mischievous. The superstition that they can bring bad luck is simply that, a superstition. In many cultures, black cats are actually considered good luck. In Japan, for instance, they're believed to bring prosperity and happiness. Flapping in at number 8 are bats, creatures often depicted swirling around haunted houses and vampire castles. Bats' association with Halloween stems from their nocturnal nature and the belief that they were linked to vampires. In fact, there's a species of bat called the vampire bat which drinks the blood of livestock. While it's true that vampire bats do exist, most bats feast on insects or fruit, not blood. They play a crucial role in our ecosystem, especially by controlling insect populations, pollinating plants, and spreading the seeds of fruiting trees. So the next time you see bats fluttering under the moonlit night, remember, they are more beneficial than they are spooky. Creeping into the number 7 spot are spiders. These eight-legged arachnids are Halloween staples and are often seen hanging from webs in haunted houses. Their ability to spin intricate webs and their association with decay and dark corners have made them perfect symbols for the eerie atmosphere of Halloween. Despite their creepy reputation, most spiders are harmless and help control pests by catching flies, mosquitoes, and other insects. In some cultures, spiders are even seen as a symbol of patience and creativity, so while they may look spooky, they're far from sinister. However, that's the opposite for me. I am absolutely scared to death of spiders. Truth be told, I did not enjoy doing this segment. Anyway, moving on. At number 6, we have the wolves, creatures whose howls echo through horror stories and Halloween lore. Wolves have been associated with werewolves, humans who transform into wolves under the full moon, a legend that dates back to ancient times. These fearsome creatures are often depicted as wild, uncontrollable beasts. But real wolves are far from the monstrous werewolves of legend. They are social, intelligent animals that live in structured packs. While their eerie howls can send shivers down your spine, those howls are actually used for communication, helping wolves stay connected over long distances. Slithering into number 5 are snakes. Often portrayed as symbols of evil, deception, and danger, snakes appear in countless myths and legends, from the biblical serpent in the Garden of Eden to the terrifying basilisk of medieval tales. However, snakes are not the malicious creatures that they're made out to be. In reality, snakes are crucial for controlling rodent populations and maintaining ecological balance. The fear of snakes, known as ophidiophobia, is one of the most common human fears, but most snakes are shy and would rather avoid humans than confront them. Next, at number 4, we have rats. Creatures often associated with filth, plague, and decay. Their link to Halloween comes from their role in spreading diseases like the Black Death and their appearance in horror films and literature as harbingers of doom. But rats are far more complex than their sinister reputation suggests. They are highly intelligent and social animals. In fact, rats have been used in scientific research to understand human behavior. While their presence might give some people, including me, the creeps, they are survivors and adaptable creatures. Soaring in at number 3 are ravens. These black-feathered birds have long been associated with death, war, and the supernatural. In Norse mythology, ravens were the companions of Odin, the god of war. Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven, only cemented their eerie reputations as messengers of doom. Despite their dark reputations, ravens are incredibly smart. They're problem solvers, capable of using tools, and are known for their strong social bonds. Rather than being the omens of death, they are often the symbols of transformation and intelligence. Coming in at number 2 are toads, creatures often found in bubbling cauldrons alongside witches. In medieval times, toads were believed to be magical creatures capable of secreting poisons and assisting witches in their dark deeds. In reality, toads are far from magical. They're simply amphibians that play important roles in controlling insect populations. The idea that they're poisonous is a misconception. While some toads can secrete toxins, they are not dangerous to humans unless handled improperly. Far from being evil, toads help maintain the balance of nature. And finally, at number 1, we have the ultimate Halloween icon, vampire bats. Now I know I mentioned bats earlier, but I am singling out one subfamily of bats, Desmodontinae, aka the vampire bats. Native to Central and South America, these blood-drinking creatures of legend have inspired countless stories of vampires and night-dwelling monsters. Their reputation for feeding on blood has made them a central figure in Halloween spooky lore. But in reality, vampire bats are quite misunderstood. They only drink a small amount of blood from livestock and have been observed sharing food with other bats in need. Their association with vampires may be creepy, but these bats are fascinating creatures with unique social behaviors. So there you have it, our top 10 animals of Halloween. From the misunderstood vampire bat to the wise owl. These creatures have been warped in myth and legend for centuries. But remember, while they may be spooky on the surface, they each have a special place in the natural world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting videos. See you next time and have a happy Halloween!